Hello everyone, my name is Milan and this is my PC setup. As you can see now on screen, it's dual monitor on the desk, but we'll show you in the video everything around what I have here. So first of all, you can see, let's look around just to see how that looks on the first sight. So as you can see, I also have a laptop there. There's two cases for PC, one case here and another case here. So that's the first thing you see when you look here. And there's also a chair, which is a very bad one. I need to change because it's so wobbly. It's when you recline back, it tends to move, slide backwards so much. But because it's very cold outside, it's actually winter, -5 outside, I'm not gonna go and buy a new one because yeah, it's cold and it will take me some time to get it in. But anyway, after this winter season pass, I will just buy a new chair. So it looks very bad, but yeah, it's actually bad. So we'll show you all the information, all the components that I have, just a second. And you can see here there's one web camera, which is Hammer. And this one is C922, which is my recommendation. So basically what I have here is the cheapest camera I can find as a new one on the market in Serbia right now, and something that probably not the most expensive, but it's around 70 euros, and it's very good for the money. I think it's the best quality, best value, best all in all, something you can buy now for streaming games. Okay, so basically what I have this setup for is for playing games and streaming those, which is what I do on my YouTube channel where this video is on. So let's look on the table. There's also two keyboards because I have two PCs, so there's also two mice there, and there is headphones. One headphones because I don't use headphones on this PC. I only use on my gaming one, which is that. So there you go, and this is how cable management looks like at my place. It's very cramped into one socket there. And let's look back over here. What you see is a switch for internet. I just have I have two PCs connected on one switch, and that goes to one router, which is very far away, about 50 meters. As you can see, there's a coil of cables right there. That's LAN Ethernet cables, and it leads to my router, which is far, but that doesn't do anything bad. I think it's okay. It's less than 100 meters, which is good for not losing any quality of internet. But anyway, let's go back here, and you can see what's connected there. There's a lot of cables going in and out of that case, and also from this one. But anyway, let me show you what it looks like here in these PCs. Let me just okay, first of all, you see PUBG Mobile there on a Tencent gaming body, I think it's called. You can see here. There we go. So that's what I use to play this game. Go back to desktop. I don't need that. Okay, I have spec key over here, which shows specs of the inner components, what I have in my PC, just to show people what I use to play the game on. So first of all, you see it's a Windows 10 education version, although it's pretty much close to full version, which is Pro version. But anyway, that doesn't mean anything. It's Windows. CPU Intel Xeon W3550 at 3.7 GHz, and it's my suggestion for everyone who want to play games on a budget to buy some Xeons previous versions, because they're very cheap and they work pretty similar to i7 processors from earlier generations, like 4000 generation, I think, something like that. Okay, next one, 8 GB, a dual channel DDR3. So dual channel, I think, is the best option, because I was looking on the internet what is suggested to put as a RAM, either one channel or dual channel, and many people say like dual channel is better because of the synchronization, direct access, like so many things. And over there it says at 533 MHz. Maybe that's not the best, but still it's working great, no problems whatsoever with the RAM. Next one, motherboard. You can see Fujitsu D2778C1. Not too bad, only one CPU, so it's a good one. Next one, Graphics Sync Master Samsung, 1080 resolution at 60 Hz. Although this monitor can go 144, I'm not sure which Sync Master this monitor is, but it has like 144 Hz on the box. Over here says it's at 60 Hz. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of my graphic card something setup. And yeah, the graphic card you can see below, it's 3GB NVIDIA GTX 1060, and it's made from Zotac. Not too bad. I would suggest to everyone, if you're searching for some medium range graphic card, not too cheap but still not too expensive, to play games at 1080p and also stream if you are doing streaming, then this is the good choice. It has all the newest updates. It's pretty good one. It's among the newest version of GeForce. I think this GTX 10 series are previous generation than the current one, which is okay, but anyway. Next up, storage. I have two storage units. One of them is SSD, one of them is HDD or hard drive, which many people suggested to use, so I use. Like 120 gigabytes Kingston. You see what is the version, and what is this 596 gigabyte Western Digital. I don't know, that's plenty storage. So next stuff, optical drive. You don't need that, I just didn't plug it in. I actually have it in the case, let me show you, but I don't plug that in because of the SATA cables. I just use that SATA cables. I was not gonna plug in another cable for. I think when I added my SSD, I pretty much just unplugged from the optical drive and put that. I didn't have like an extra SSD. Sorry, I didn't have any extra SATA cables. Okay. Audio, Realtek. Okay, that's just a drive. But let's see. Next stuff is. Okay, so that's specs of this PC. Next stuff, let me show you on the other PC specs. So what you can see now on the screen is Windows 10, Education 64, Intel i5 at 2.8 GHz, which is pretty good also. I think this Intel i5 is 8400, Coffee Lake, yeah, it's 8400. RAM 8GB single channel, and it's much faster over here, 1200 MHz about. Motherboard BIOSTAR, I'm not sure that's any good, but anyway, generic non-PNP monitor at 60 Hz, 1080, and graphic card is GTX 465. It's the older one I have, but it's a good one from Gigabyte. My recommendation for anyone who's buying a cheap graphic card, this one is good. So there you go, 1 GB card, not too bad. Storage, also SSD for 120 GB and 232 GB. I'm pretty sure this one is bigger storage than this. You can see from this code here what device it is. So okay, and audio the same. So that's my specs of this PC. What else? Yeah, I use two programs, or one kind of program to stream this game, and that's OBS Studio. I have let me just open that one. Okay, you can see me there. That's me holding my phone. Okay, so this is how I stream. Basically, I use the NDI output. That's something that it's very good actually for playing games and streaming in the same time, to use this NDI, because it doesn't stress CPU when you play game. So I use CPU from this PC to encode that and stream using Streamlabs OBS. So there you go, that's my setup right there. And if you have any questions about my setup, please leave there in comments. I read 100% all the comments ever from the beginning of this YouTube channel till now. I read all of those. I respond to every comment there. I maybe didn't respond to every comment, but if there was a question in that comment, I probably respond. So I definitely read all of those. It's not a huge channel, so I can manage that once a day I read comments. So